Brady and the New England Patriots as they match up with Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Miami Dolphins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Tom Brady and the defending Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, look, some might say that football's a young man's fancy, so to speak, but don't tell that to these two quarterbacks because they come in here with a lot, and I mean a lot, of NFL experience.
Hey, I like the young Turks. I like the Baker Mayfields. I like the Patrick Mahomes. I like the Lamar Jacksons. But I do like those grizzled veterans who know how to play the game, know how to run their team, and know how to handle difficult situations. Maybe I'm just showing my age, too.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here to lead out the offense in his first year as a Dolphin, but 15th overall, it's the bearded veteran Ryan Fitzpatrick. And the new coaching staff coming in, they finally decided to pull the plug on the Ryan Tannehill era after 7 seasons and no playoff wins. So enter Ryan Fitzpatrick, signed in free agency, fittingly on St. Patrick's Day, by the way. But last year with Tampa Bay, you remember Fitzpatrick got off to that incredible start. Over 400 yards passing in each of the first 3 games of the year, 11 total touchdown passes, and now it's his time to do it with Miami. A good start offensively, 15 yards on the game's initial play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep, a former Miami Hurricane, Philip Dorsett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Come on now, let's go.
The Patriots come out led by the 4-time Super Bowl MVP and owner of a record 6 Super Bowl rings. Arguably the greatest to ever play the game, Tom Brady. And we keep asking the same questions every year. How much longer can he keep doing this? Is this the year the dynasty crumbles? And every year Brady comes out and leads his team to the Super Bowl. They've been there now 3 years in a row, and only one team has made it 4. That's the Buffalo Bills. But remember, they lost all 4 in the early 90s. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tackle that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
2nd and 6.
From the 25 on second down, Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady gives to Michel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 127 yards, and a score.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards, and not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
And avoids the contact by sliding. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to go as a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a New England touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On first down, Drake. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. On the left side, this is Stills.
Let's go. Do it.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Fitzpatrick. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Parker, the intended target. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 25 on second down. Brady over the middle. That's caught by Harry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now, how many times have we seen that? 3rd down and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was a Super Bowl MVP last season. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michel. And some room to maneuver. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. That one good for 26 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. Trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Parker unable to get that one.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. On the ground, Michel, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A give to Michel running right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
The New England Patriots remain consistent on offense with a stable of running backs. They added Sony Michel, the 31st pick of the draft in 2018, to that stable at the University of Georgia, mainly for his ability to run inside the tackles and add a little thump to their game.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Brady now to throw. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Here's Brady to throw. Got his man. That's Harry. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. To Gordon out left. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing on 2nd down. Brady. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Brady to throw again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, Mark.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Sanders' kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Brady to Michelle on the screen. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Wait, 20! 52's the mic. Let's go, team! Let's go! Hey, second!
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored? Or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On the ground, this is Michelle. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he cuts it out to the side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. He's turning in a heck of a game. He's creeping up towards 200 yards, a pair of touchdowns now to go along with it.
There's so many things we can talk about in his game because we're seeing it all from him, but I love his vision. He's seeing the holes develop. He's seeing holes develop before they actually open. He's making sure he's getting to the right places, very decisive in his cuts, but his vision has been the key to all these big runs in this game.
And on that last long run, we got a pretty good look at his speed as well. Gostkowski, the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike, 50, 20! Mike. Give me that ball, defense!
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Throwing Fitzpatrick, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Running from the shotgun with Drake.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Dorsett. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Go, Bandit!
On 1st down, Michelle. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Throwing is Brady on third down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down. Throwing on first down is Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Brady. And he comes back with one complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Slide 20. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Silver.
Now Michelle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky. Could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. On 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw deep for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Brady. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for New England. 63 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And it's a New England Patriots touchdown.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No,
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
30 base. 54. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Get it.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
10 logo. Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's get it. Ready?
They'll run on first down. Michelle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Patriots, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.